guys, how are you guys doing? So I thought that I would come in and do a quick sit down video to kind of go over a little bit more about Narcise's upcoming surgery. So if you guys are new and you're just now starting to follow us, hello, my name is Catherine and I have 6 children, and our 2 oldest boys were adopted from Ukraine about 8 years ago. Has it been 8 years? Hold on. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Y'all, it's been almost 8 years. It's been 8 years. Wow. Anyway, they've been home about 8 years. And our oldest son, Narcise, has cerebral palsy and fetal alcohol syndrome. And he has had so many surgeries since coming home. So when he was in an orphanage in Ukraine, he was without medical care. They just didn't care for him medically like they should have. So as a result of that, when he came home to us at the age of 10, his legs were pretty much like twisted around each other. He had a lot of hip problems. He had a lot of structural problems in his hips, like just the way that they had grown. So he had a series of surgeries, and they were called a valgus osteotomy. If you want to Google that, you can. I am not going to try to spell it. I will butcher it. But he had a valgus osteotomy on both of his legs. And last year, he actually, 2 years ago now, about 2 years ago, he broke his femur. He wears AFOs, which is called ankle and foot orthotics, and it's just like this hard plastic, like encased shoe. And it just keeps his ankle straight. It's for stability purposes when he does wear shoes, or when he uses his gait trainer at school, or he just wants to walk around at home, and even for sitting in his wheelchair and kind of just keeping his feet in place. The AFOs are really handy. Well, he came home from school one day and decided he was going to take them off on his own, which wasn't uncommon. We used to let him do that all the time. He likes to undo the Velcro. He could very easily slip them off. It had never been an issue before. Well, he came home from school that day and took his AFOs off, and he went to go grab his foot and pull his leg up over top of his other knee. And when he did that, his femur snapped. And it was horrifying. It sounded like a tree branch had just been broken, and we all heard it, and it was terrifying. And he was scared, and we had to call an ambulance, and he went to the hospital, and it was a spiral femur fracture. So anyway, he got that fixed. That was repaired. He healed from that surgery. However, in the process of him healing from that surgery, his leg kind of grew at an angle, like it healed at an angle despite therapy, despite stretching. It just did not heal properly. And over the last couple of years, where he had a plate put in against the bone on his femur with a bunch of little screws, and I'll put up the picture again right here so you guys can see. If you notice on this photo, the last 3 screws on the bottom are very loose. In fact, one of them is pretty much just floating past where that metal plate is. So that is causing him a lot of pain. He did have this surgery scheduled for July. However, we noticed a really big increase in his pain level and his pain tolerance over the last couple of weeks. So I went ahead and got him in. They did updated x-rays, and sure enough, those last 3 screws have definitely become more mobile since his last set of x-rays about 6 months ago. So they decided to bump up his surgery date, which is a good thing. I'm excited that he gets to have the surgery and hopefully not be in any more pain. I'm not looking forward to him actually having the surgery and going through the pain and all of that, but I do think it is a good thing, and it is going to end up being positive for him. But he has that coming up on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, he is having the surgery. It's not a massive surgery. It's not as big as a lot of his past surgeries. It's just a 1 night in the hospital type of thing, barring any type of complications. But yeah, that's kind of where we are with him getting his surgery, in case some of you guys might not be up to speed, and you might even be like, who is Narcise? What's going on with him? And I feel like I don't explain that enough. So anyway, Anyway, I hope you guys are all well. Narquise is currently being homeschooled until after surgery. Like, he's going to have the surgery, and then 6 to 8 weeks after, he will, I don't know though, school might actually be out of session by the time he is healed. But he is enrolled in summer school. To my knowledge, he is enrolled in summer school, so he is going to get to do that. So he will get to go back to school this summer, which is really good. But I'm thankful that they went ahead and moved it up. And I'm really hoping this is going to be one of his last ones. You know, we always think, oh, this is probably his last surgery, we're going to be great. And then something else happens and he needs more. So I have no idea what the future holds for him in terms of him getting surgeries. But hopefully this is the last one for the foreseeable future. I don't know, we'll see. His bones are very brittle in his legs, so I'm very concerned about them going in again and messing with that same femur on already brittle bones. It's a really difficult thing, and his surgeon's amazing and I totally trust him, but it's still a really difficult surgery, even though it's not a really complicated surgery. So I don't know, I would appreciate you guys' prayers, well wishes, whatever it is you do, just appreciate it. Yeah, but I think he'll do great. And I think there's a lot of the COVID restrictions have kind of eased up at our local hospital. I don't know how you guys' hospitals are, but at ours, it has really eased up a lot. You still have to wear a mask, you know, you still have to take all of the normal precautions, but in terms of like visitors and stuff, I think that has eased slightly. I'm not sure 100% on that, but we will be safe and we will follow all protocols that are in place. And I'm just really thankful that he kind of gets to get to this point and get over that hurdle and get past it, you know? I also wanted to talk a little bit about Jack. So Jack is my 3-year-old. He's about to be 4, you guys. He turns 4 on May 19th, and I can't even believe it. How he's going to be 4, I don't know, but he is. He's going to be 4. He has been in speech therapy and occupational therapy for a while now, and he's doing really well. He's doing amazing. We have not yet received any type of official like autism diagnosis, and at this point, I don't know that that's going to come or that that's going to happen. I have had several therapists say that they don't believe that that's what he has, and I think that's amazing and great, you know, if that is the case. But he has been officially diagnosed with sensory processing disorder because he meets a lot more of the requirements for that, more so than he does being on the spectrum. However, I think sensory processing disorder, honestly, is nowadays considered to be part of the spectrum. So I just think it has a different name. But he's doing really well. He's talking a lot more. We're really working on him learning how to regulate his own emotions. He gets like certain words mixed up, like he'll say he wants to go inside when he really means outside, or he'll say he wants to put something in the bucket when he really means take something out of the bucket. So we're working on that verbiage with him. But he's doing really well, and I am super proud of him. He does really good at occupational therapy. He's been in speech therapy a lot longer than occupational, but in occupational therapy, his therapist has said that he really likes that deep pressure type of sensation. So like one of he does a lot of stimming. So one of the things he does is he'll take his fingers and he'll push it really, really hard into his cheeks. And that's to get that deep pressure stimulation. And he'll kind of do it with his arms, or he'll like clench and he'll really tighten up and he'll do that. And that's just a way that he is regulating his own emotions. And it's a way to kind of calm him down, especially if he's in a really excitable situation. Like if he's really excited about something, that's what he'll do to kind of calm it down just a little bit. But he's doing amazing and I'm super proud of him. And Aiden is doing really well as well. He's doing really well as well. Really well as well. Okay. Anyway, Aiden is doing really good too. Aiden is still homeschooled. I am planning to send him back in August. That is the plan. He's ready to go back to school. He wants to go back to school, but as of right now, we're too far into the school year for me to really send him back now. If I sent him back like right now and he only got a month or 2 of school before summer break, it would just kind of mess up that routine that he already has so well established. So if we can start back in August and have him be going at a more regular intervals, then I think that will really help his schedule as well. He has started feeding therapy. He's only had a couple sessions of that though, so still very much in the infancy of the feeding therapy. We have done feeding therapy in the past and it's been wildly unsuccessful in the past. However, we are making a lot more strides this time. He's eating like cut up sandwiches. Like if I have a peanut butter sandwich and I cut it up for him, he'll eat those pieces. He'll eat a few crackers. He loves Vienna sausage, so if I slice that, he'll eat that. He likes mandarin oranges, like just the canned mandarin oranges, so he'll eat those. So he is doing really well, and he is starting to accept more textures, and he's not quite as sensitive to those things, and he's learning how to chew, which is really, really important. He never wanted to chew before. He would just kind of put it in his mouth and then he'd just let it fall out. But now he's realizing that this motion, and we'll take our hands and, you know, test it with his jaw and help him to understand that he has to chew his food before he swallows. So he's getting it, y'all. He's really getting it. I'm super proud of him too. I'm proud of all my kids, y'all. I just love all my kids. They're just amazing. But anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the boys, Narquise and Jack and Aiden, and let you guys all know how they are doing. Kind of more just a sit down telling you guys instead of just blurting it out randomly in the middle of a vlog somewhere. So I just thought that would be easier. But yeah, Aiden is doing really well. He's working on his speech. He's talking a little bit more, not a lot more, but he does say words. He does communicate a lot more. He wanders the house so much more than he used to. Like, I will find him everywhere in the house. He'll even go upstairs. He's everywhere. And that's a good thing. That's a really good thing, because in years past, all he would do is he kind of had his little area, you know, like he had his little area that he was comfortable with, and he really never deviated too much from that little safe zone to play or, you know, spend his day. And he didn't want to, but now he's just wandering the house, and he listens, and he knows where we are. And if we're upstairs doing stuff, he'll wander upstairs to be with us, or he'll wander into the kitchen when we're cooking. And he's really seeking out involvement, and I think that is so amazing, because he never did that before. He'll ask for coffee, he'll ask for food, he'll ask for juice. He still is not drinking water. I can't get him to drink water, but we just kind of flavor his water to get enough fluids in him. He's eating really well. His weight is good. He is gained weight. He's doing awesome. So I'm just really, really proud of him. And I'm excited to see how much more improvements he's going to make when he goes back to school and he gets back on that normal kind of routine, because homeschooling's been working great for him. Like, he's made so many amazing strides this year. But there's nothing quite like, you know, being in that school environment and being around peers and having teachers who are specialized in teaching children like Aiden, instead of a busy mama. I try, but I definitely would prefer him be educated by his therapist and his teachers at school. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed this very brief update. If you guys have any questions, go on over to our Instagram or TikTok or Facebook page and leave a message or a comment, and I will do my best to respond to it. And I'm going to do a live video soon because I know comments are disabled on my YouTube channel, and I'm so sorry. That is, again, not my decision, but comments are disabled. So yeah, going live is really one of the only ways that I can see like immediate comments from you guys and kind of get your input and see what you guys think. But anyway, I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys later, and don't forget, always live to inspire.